Hello guys, my name is Kunle Laniyan, a visual storyteller based in Abuja, Nigeria, and I'm offloading with HoBeei. So I was nominated for the Under 30 CEO Award under the category of photography and videography in 2019 and also in 2022. Sadly, I didn't win in 2019, but in 2022 I won it. Yay! My photography journey began as far back as when I was graduating from primary school. So my dad wasn't present for the graduation and he gifted me a gift. He gifted me that gift for me to take pictures of my friends and come back and give him gist about it. So I got my first camera then. And again, coincidentally, it happened again while I was graduating from secondary school. And he also gifted me a camera and he wasn't present, so I took pictures of there. And I kind of feel that like it grew on me. And the time it got for me to choose to do photography as a profession, I enrolled in Big H class and it has been photography every other day and it has sustained me from 2015 professionally till date. So in uni, unfortunately, I lost my dad and all the memories that I had of him was stolen from my laptop. I had to go back and get like a professional camera and start my journey again. And I could remember going to like Lagos to go and get my camera and I was scammed for like 20K and all hope was lost. And I don't know, for some reason, I just added like my feeding money and I got my professional camera. That happened in 2013. When I finished uni and I needed like a professional mentorship class, I enrolled in Big H class and it has been all professional shooting since 2015. So the type of photography I do is more about storytelling. Like I said earlier, while starting photography, my dad always makes me to take pictures to tell stories. So basically, I came from the background of telling stories. And the stories I tell, I think I want to tell stories that are very, very impactful. For instance, there is an exhibition I did, I think a month or 2 months ago, where we shared some image about the tales we tell. It was like a campaign for the stereotypes that ballet dancers face in Nigeria and in Africa as well. Why will a man be doing ballet? Ballet is kind of like for the female genders and stuff. But we did that, and at the same time, it wasn't only my effort. I had to like bring in other creative as well as myself to tell that story. So my goal, my intention, my way I've been driven into my photography has been community over competition. So community in the sense that we are all heading to a goal. And if you look at like my strongest piece of the tales we tell, which is the elevating pictures up, we can't get to that height except we have like backgrounds and we build our foundation right. So it's basically community over competition. How I've sustained my lifestyle as a photographer. Basically, I've been doing this for a long period of time. I think for 8 years now, since 2015. And I kind of like evolve according to my needs, my wants, and how the economy is treating me as at that period of time. Initially, I started as a portrait photographer, taking pictures of people in the studio. And I noticed that like there are some months that like portrait jobs don't come as much as they do compared to like festive period. When it comes to festive period, we have like a lot of family portraits, you have like birthday pictures and all. But something happens when you get to like January and February. A lot of people have gone back to school. So how do you sustain yourself then? I also got more knowledge about weddings and I went into weddings. And I started loving weddings that I forgot portrait. And the same thing happened again. And there are some peak periods in the wedding industry. And when we're at low period, what happens? Does that mean that you don't sustain yourself and all? So I kind of like doubled into the two, started doing portrait and weddings. And at the same time, I also teach photography, which is the Lens Masterclass, which we hosted in 2021. I also do like a bit of studio rental, like my space. I tried to like rent it out to other photographers, other upcoming photographers that had the same passion, but due to like funds and every other thing, they don't have a space and they can't be neglected from being a photographer. So I come in there and try to like solve people's problem and help people. And at the same time, I also paint background as well. So I buy the canvas and I hand paint it myself. Yeah, so I do all this other stuff just to try and reduce cost and try to survive as a photographer in Nigeria. So the Lens Masterclass came from an acronym, which is Learn, Explore, Network, and Shoot. Basically, the passion came in 2021 when I noticed that a lot of people were sending me DMs saying how they can stand out, how they can find their voice in photography. And we came up with like a 4 days masterclass, which was the first day we did the learning, and on the second day we did the exploring, and on the third day we did the networking, and on the fourth day we did the shooting. Based on me being like a community person, I also had like other photographers and videographers, experts in their field, come on board to teach as well and share knowledge, and so we can all grow together. So what set the Lens apart from any masterclass that is going on right now will be the family culture, the community culture. Once a Lens member, always a Lens member. So if you need brush up, if you have updated your career and you learned one or two and you're stuck, maybe in terms of like anything, it could be like equipment wise, it could be like getting more experience about a different genre of photography. We also had a student from Ghana, and I believe that he came here with the mindset to do portrait and lighting. And I think after like 6 months, he came back and sent a message and saying that he has like this wedding bookings and how can he go about it. And we sent him like how to go about it and stuff. So basically, it's like is a one-off payment for my endless knowledge. So as you update your career, you keep on going. So how I maintain environmental sustainability in what I do will be basically reusing equipment that I buy, the styrofoam from the equipment that I buy. Sometimes when I get like Pro Photo Light, it comes padded with the styrofoam, and I just keep it sometimes. I use it sometimes to cut through and get shapes from it. I like plants a lot. God, I love plants so much. And I plant in some flower pots, and sometimes I just bring them while I shoot. Also will be some equipment that I use. I think I have a camera that I've gotten since 2017. I still own that camera till today, and most times when like my interns or my assistant try to get a job and they need like a second body, I give them out to that as well. Lastly will be my equipment. So most people, when your screw gets missing or something wrong happened to your stand, you just throw it away. Definitely not me. I will find somebody. I have stands that I've been using since 2015, and I take it to the welder and they just weld it and screw it, and it still does the work. So try not to throw your equipment away and keep them. Sometimes somebody can repair them and it will still work. So when I'm stressed and have a little bit of creative block, I just take a break from photography. I travel. I go to, if I can't go outside the country, I go to a different state and I just take a break. I also try to learn on the journey or on the trip. YouTube is always my best friend. Ask some questions and I get response and I'm back. At least most times when I travel to like other African countries, it makes me to understand like the culture there, and from the culture I get like a spike of where I started photography and I come back to life. What I feel people don't know about me is that I studied banking and finance. I graduated. I've gotten like 3 offers to work in like an oil company or what they call it, but I remained and I stayed in photography because I love what I do. And if not photography, I'll be a comedian or a prankster, I think. I'm currently learning how to run a sustainable business in photography or generally at the media space. Initially, I got my present studio space in for the consign of my clients, where I could meet my client and do like some mini shoots and stuff. But I think a year or two down the line, we had to open it up for like my interns and other photographers that want to shoot. And from opening it up made me to understand that there's a need for people to own a studio space. And in terms of like the equipment, photography is very capital intensive. So we decided to open our studio space and made it more bigger. So that's why we're launching the Lens Atelier. We're currently moving from the present studio space and getting like a bigger space. But basically, what I'm pretty much just learning now is how to run, like know the numbers and how to maintain the studio space so we don't get out of business. What is controversial to popular opinion will be Nigeria is actually the best country in the world. I say this because I've been to different countries. I've been to different countries. Let me just put it that way. And basically, there's no place like home. You can either choose to be like a second-class citizen in another country or be like a first-class citizen in your own country. In terms of like the weather, in terms of like the culture, in terms of every other thing, I feel that like Nigeria is the best country, basically. I think I just want to end it there. Okay, something you won't catch me shooting at all will be what's the worst thing? I know you guys are expecting nude, but I have like a portfolio of nude. If you want to see, you can come and I'll show you that. But I wouldn't shoot pornography. I wouldn't shoot African porn, like they say, going to slumpy area and projecting Africa in a bad state. I'm always Team Africa. I'm always Team Nigeria, and I want everybody to come through and see Africa for what it is. So a misconception will be every photographer is wait and get. You know how like you can just say, come and take my pictures and stuff. Photography is way more than what people actually see it is. It has been sustaining me for like the past 8 years, and it's all what I do. And it has sustained myself and my family. It has actually built up like bridges, connecting bridges with high profile people, high profile children, and those relationships I can never take for granted. It has also made me to be in important rooms, be in important doors that I'm not meant to be, but because of my camera in my hand, I'm there and I'm treated respectfully. So I want everybody that's watching this to know that photography is more than just the misconception of wait and get. Oh, come and take my passport and talk to photographers disrespectfully. We too are human beings. Come on, treat a photographer with a smile. So something I will most likely tell my younger self will be eyes on the prize. Always focus on what you are going to do, get a clear understanding of where you're going, and let anybody that is saying anything just forget about it and just focus on it. And surely you will achieve your goals and set unattainable goals that you don't even believe that it's possible, and with trust, belief, and faith, it is going to be very possible. So believe in yourself, guys. So a life philosophy that I will always stand by and hold by will be a good name is better than riches, in the sense that keep your name very high standard. Say what you can do and don't say what you can't do, in the sense that if you collect a job, even though they are pressing your head, you just have to look at that and say, I will achieve it. I will deliver on my promises. And I've seen a lot of times that these days, presently now, social media is there. Social media is working. People book us from websites. People also book us from email addresses and stuff. But the best referrals. That means we did a good job for somebody and they referred us to another person. And those things are like compound interest. They explode. You don't even know where the jobs are coming from, but you always get jobs. So a good name is better than riches. The most challenging things of taking images of people will be having them at a comfort and getting to know what you're there to capture. For instance, like in weddings, we see a lot of bridesmaids, a lot of guests and all. So what will work for this bride will be so different from what will work for the next person. So we need to ask questions. So we normally ask questions and ask a lot of questions and try to like play into like their emotions and stuff to get like pictures at the same time. Another challenging thing will be for the wedding guests, in the sense that when you take their picture and they need it like the next minute, they're like, oh, can I get your number? At 2 a.m. they're already calling you and telling you that, oh, I need my pictures and stuff. I wish that we could get like AIs to just, once we just come back from like a shoot, we just put it on our system and just do, and the pictures just start editing by itself. But trust me, getting to process the picture will be the most challenging thing that we face. So how I physically declutter from stuff that I don't use, basically for me, will be in terms of material things like clothes, shoes. I just give like people around me. So I give people like my security, my my cleaner. Depending, I just want the people around me to look good and feel good. So I keep those stuffs away, and when it's time, I just arrange them. Maybe probably take them to like the laundry and give them after it comes from the laundry. Hey friends, my name is Kunle Laniyan, a visual storyteller based in Abuja, Nigeria, and I just offloaded with HoBeei. So guys, let me show you what I'm offloading. So guys, this is what I'm offloading today. This is a gray canvas background. I've had this for like 2 years now. I actually hand painted this myself. I shot a lot of high profile jobs on it, and it's sad that I'm letting it go, but I wish good luck to the person that will win this. Check out my profile on HoBeei, and good luck to whoever wins this, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.